YTBC. This is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. And guys, I know a lot of you have been waiting on this video, me talking about the levels of simps in the YTBC. I had one of my female subscribers, she, pretty much told me, she said, Coach, if I ask you this question, do not mention my name in your video. And so I promise I will not mention her name in this video. But she said, Coach, I just want you to come and check out my channel because I have a problem on my page. And I asked her, what's the problem? She said, well, you'll see when you come to the page. So sure enough, I get to the page and I click on one of her videos, and this woman has an infestation of simps on her page. And many of these people, they're not even subscribing to her channel. They're just coming to the channel and simping. And guys, my mind was blown away. I've never seen so many simps, in one area. But people also, not only that, y'all, I took some of the names off of her channel because I'm also making my Exposing Simps Volume 2. That's coming out. But this is the teaser in between Volume 1 and Volume 2, okay? I'm talking about the level of simps. And, I made a commercial for the simp because some people, they don't know what a simp is, okay? You're asking, what is a simp? A simp is a grown man. He's a grown man between the ages of 30 and 42. Okay, he acts like a woman. He acts like a woman, but he loves women. That is the definition of a simp. Okay, now, you may know a simp in your life. You may know somebody that's a simp. I think everybody knows at least two simps in their life. Okay? And here's the drop for the commercial. Maybe you go to different pictures and you look at the picture. If you're a grown man in the ages of 30 to 42 and you're looking at a picture of a woman, and if you've ever enlarged that picture to see more of her physical features, you, my friend, you're a simp. If you've ever drooled over a picture of a woman for more than 10 minutes, my friend, you might just be a simp. If you've ever viewed a woman one time on YouTube and you followed this woman from social media to social media, you followed her on Facebook, you followed her on Instagram, you followed her on Twitter, you followed her on Tumblr, my friend, you might be a simp. But there is hope for you. If you've ever asked a woman, can you buy her dinner and give her flowers, and you've never met this woman except for online, my friend, you just might be a simp. But there's hope. Introducing the simp solution problem. Yes, that's right. For a nominal fee, you bring your simp to me, and I will smack the piss out of his mouth for 2 hours straight. That's right. I will take the back of my hand, and I will smack this simp so hard that I will smack the simp out of him, and this is guaranteed. And also now, if you come in the month of September, I've got a 2-for-1 simp special, okay? I will smack both of the simps at a 2-for-1 deal if you bring them in the month of September. Simping does not have to be a disease that you have to live with. Check out Coach Shelton Harrison today. $74.95. I will take care of the simp in you. Nah, but all jokes aside, y'all, this video, yeah, some of y'all gonna laugh at some of the stuff, but I'm also gonna talk about something very serious in this video. Something very, very serious, okay? I want to talk about the levels of simps in the YTBC and just the levels of simps period on YouTube. Okay, the first simp that I'm going to talk about, he's the simp that's really, really the harmless simp. And I know some of y'all probably think, well, why is this guy first? Okay, I call this the vulgar, disgusting simp. This simp is just nasty. He's straight up nasty and very, very, very honestly perverted. Okay, like I told y'all about the simp, and I showed y'all his name where he asked, could he smell the chair of a woman? And he asked a woman in a video, could he smell her chair when she got up out of the chair? Guys, when I looked at this woman's page, I'm talking about the woman who asked me about this video. I looked at her page, and I was blown away by some of the comments by some of these vulgar, disgusting simps. Okay, you see, he is just straight nasty. Like one man asked, and y'all gonna laugh at this, but he said, could she fart in his face? People, I cannot make this up. He asked the woman, could she fart in his face? Could she bend over and fart in his face? People, that's disgusting. That's disgusting on all levels. I mean, and that's just the way that is. Okay, this same simp She made another video. This same simp said that he would love nothing more than to taste this woman's poop. Now, people, I done seen some crazy, crazy stuff in my lifetime. I done seen some crazy stuff. But this simp, he just take the cake. This simp takes the cake. I mean, and some of the comments were so graphic that I couldn't even post them. I don't want to post them. They're so graphic. I couldn't even bleep out all the words in these comments that they were so graphic. And another simp asked this same woman, does her pee taste as good as Juan Manuel Marquez? First of all, okay. Okay, now, boy, I'm going to take this in any direction. How do you know how Juan Manuel Marquez's piss tastes? That's the first thing I got to know. And second, that's just nasty. Drinking piss? I mean, you want to drink somebody's urine? Man, I mean, that's the kind of stuff that they do. I'm talking about guys, nasty, downright vulgar, disgusting simps in the YTBC. And man, I was shocked because this woman was not dressed, she was dressed very conservatively. Like, seriously, I'm talking about, she looked like a news anchor, very conservative. But for some reason, this guy got in his head that he wanted this woman to fart in his face and all kind of buffoonery. I mean, people, this stuff is crazy. Well, let me talk about the next kind of simp. This kind of simp, he's kind of semi-harmless, but he's probably one of the most dangerous simps that you can find in the YTBC. He can be harmless or he can be dangerous, and this is called the old school simp. The old school simp. And I call him an old school simp because he'll be the simp that will want to take you out to dinner. He'll hold the door for you. He's a complete gentleman. He'll buy you flowers. He'll do every single thing that you ask, okay? He will get on his knees and beg you at every chance he gets, okay? This man probably would make a good husband to somebody. But this guy has a problem. This guy has a psychological problem. You see, he don't know when to quit. He just don't know when to quit. This guy will follow you to work. This guy will follow you to the gym. This guy will follow you to over your friend's house. Wherever you go, this guy will show up. And probably some of you women, some of you have dealt with a guy like this. Every time you turn around, there he is. Every time. And after a while, you think, oh, he's sweet, he's cute, oh, he's this and he's that. But then after a while, women, you get annoyed by it. I know a lot of women get annoyed by this. I know they do. And this simp, he won't care. This simp, most of the time, this particular brand of simp has a wife at home. He has a wife in his house, and he does not really give two craps of a piss about his wife. He's got kids at home. He don't care. See, this simp is more infatuated with the woman that he can't get. And this guy can usually get a decent woman. He can get a decent woman. By most standards, he can get a woman that's halfway decent, but he is overly infatuated with the woman that's the woman that nobody else can get. That's the woman he wants. See, his whole goal, he wants to conquer this woman. He wants to get this woman that everybody done tried. But see, this woman has to be something. This woman has to have some kind of popularity for him to go for her. See, if you're just a regular old Jane, plain Jane, he not going to go for you. Okay, now, women that make YouTube videos is perfect for him because they have a lot of male admirers. If you're a woman and if you're halfway decent looking, you're going to have a lot of male admirers. But most of the women on YouTube, they have common sense. They have families. They got husbands. So they're not going to interact and get engaged or mess around with somebody that they just met on YouTube. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. But this simp, in the back of his mind, this particular brand of simp, he thinks that, oh, okay, if I talk to her long enough, she'll fall in love with me and diss her husband. I'm telling y'all, this is what this simp thinks. And if you don't believe me, women, if none of y'all believe me, I challenge each and every one of y'all to give him a test. To give him a test and find a married one. And if you tell him, hey, I want you to meet me at such and such place in my city, could you do that? I promise you without a shadow of a doubt, not only will this simp make arrangements to meet you, he will show up. And this man can have a wife. This man can have kids. I challenge y'all. I challenge every woman. If you think I'm lying, women, if you really think I'm lying, try it. I bet you this simp will do whatever he can to get to you where you at. I promise you. If you say, hey, let's go out to dinner sometime, he'll be like, oh, yeah, shoot, yeah. When we going to meet up? When are we going to meet up? That's what he going to say. And people, you know, the reason why this kind of guy is dangerous, because you will end up calling the police on him. You will end up probably choking him or stabbing him to death because he's always there. He'll wait at your house when you get off work. He will show up at your job with flowers. He will show up when you're having dinner with friends. He will show up and ask you why you hadn't called him. He will show up every chance he gets. He gonna let you know that you can't forget about him throughout the day. He's gonna call you every single minute on the minute. See, this man knows nothing about the sport of boxing. He is just there to be a thorn in your side. And I tell you what, this kind of man is dangerous because he's the kind that could probably even be capable of kidnapping you so nobody else can have you but him. This kind of simp is jealous of every single male that's in your life. He's jealous. If you got a male best friend, he is going to be jealous of that relationship. And he is going to always ask, are you having a relationship with this other male? That's not him. He's very dangerous. He's very, very dangerous, and he can also get to the point where he becomes a stalker. The next kind of simp, this is the worst kind of simp that's ever created by man. And if I ever come across a simp, if I like this, I'm a choke him with my bare hands. And that's just the way that is, okay? This is the brutally honest simp. This particular brand of simp, they don't want to wine you, they don't want to dine you, ladies. They just want to get you back to the bedroom. And that's just the way that is. Okay? Every comment that he makes is of a sexual nature. Okay? There's no diplomacy in his comments. There's no kind of just respect in his comments. All of his comments start of a sexual nature. And his whole goal is to try to talk to you as long as he can so you'll fall for him. But not to take you out and wine and dine you, but to get you back to his house. That's the goal of most of these simps on YouTube, but this guy, he's focused on it. That's all he talk about. He don't want to know about your family. He don't care about that you got a husband. He could care less. All he cares about is you and him rendezvousing. And that's just the way that is. But this kind of simp is a tad bit more dangerous than the other two. Because, see, this kind of simp will be the one that commit an act of violence against a woman. He'll do it if he can't get what he wants. And one simp on this lady's page, I was floored because, the woman's young daughter, I think she was about maybe between 10 or 12. She came into the video and she was asking her mom a question. And, the mom just said, I'm making a video right now. Just come back later. So the little girl left the video. But there's one simp, and I'll never forget him because the minute I tried to open up my snapping tool to copy his comment, my Firefox, it crashed on me. My Firefox crashed. So when I pulled it back up, this guy had taken his comment down rather quickly. But he made an inappropriate comment toward this woman's daughter. Okay? Now, I don't know what planet he came off on, but man, he must have wised up because man, when you make comments towards or about kids, they can track you down. They can track you down and they can find you. See, it's not hard for authorities to find you when you're making, comments about children. But this simp made a comment about a child. So, see, people, I want to tell you guys something here that's very important. When you're making these videos, you need to make darn sure that you got your significant others out of these videos, your girlfriends, and especially men, your daughters. You cannot have your daughter in a video because you've got people running around here like this. You've got these simps. You've got these degree of simps that'll come and they'll make comments. And guys, you don't know what these guys are thinking. You have no idea what these guys are thinking in their mind because they're not in their right mind. A simp, really and truly, guys, this is no joke. They have a psychological problem. They've got a mental issue with insecurity. And every single simp that I know that I've ever met, come across, they're very insecure and they're very unconfident in themselves. That's why a simp is a simp. See, no real man will take the abuse that a simp takes. No real man would do such a thing. But only a simp would take this abuse. Most simps are college educated. They dress nice. But see, at the end of the day, a simp is never going to be a stable mate for you or anybody. You guys tell me what you think, and what else can we do about these simps? This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.